Hey guys, it's Melanie Hines. It's your fastest Iraqi Dinar summary on the net. I'm in my home office today because I love the light instead of the false light that I use with my ring light. This bar here is just my window. We have double hung windows. Let's see if I can maybe move that up. It's not, I don't know, it's still bad. I feel like I need sunglasses, but whatever. I just want to do this quickly because I got a busy day. I got my counseling today. What are you doing today? How are you feeling about this on a scale of 1 to 10? Please comment down below. 10 being you think this is done. 1 being you're really doubting it at this point. And how long have you been holding it? Never say how much you have. But this is just all the facts, truth, facts, and optimism based on what we know. And so I go over detailed intel articles coming out of Iraq. I focus on the truth and the facts. These are some of the articles. I delve into them really deeply on my live stream, where you want to get my specialized insights based on an auditing at Pricewaterhouse, where I audited many global companies and banks. The banking system is changing in Iraq. It's already changed in Iraq, and that's why all these changes could be made, is because they've got an anti-money laundering system installed. If you weren't aware of that, that's what I cover. So the rates are going up and down like they always do, the dollar to the IQD, but it's still steady because why? They're just on a program rate in Iraq, but we do know based on our intel sources that 90% of the citizens have taken their mattress money into the banks, and they now are on the digital system run by stablecoins because it's the most advanced banking system in the history of the world. It's run by AI. So it's an anti-money laundering system. It's very safe. It's secure. That's why the auditors were all over Iraq. That's my stance because I used to be an auditor. Ernst & Young, I used to work for PricewaterhouseCoopers when they were Pricewaterhouse, and Ernst & Young audited the government of Iraq. I don't know if they're still there. They don't say that anymore. The CBI was audited by Oliver and Wyman. They were there for 2 years. The U.S. Treasury was even there on the 8th floor with them because they were learning the whole new system, because this is the first time they put it in Iraq. And then the K2 Integrity, which specializes in finding financial crimes, audited any company that wants to be publicly traded in Iraq. They have a stock exchange just like we do here in America. That's what the auditors do. They make sure they opine on the financial statements that are presented that allow people to look at their financial statements for investment purposes. So that's part of how ours works. Theirs is set up the same way. By the way, their Iraqi stock exchange, did I cover that yesterday? I think I did. They had 27 million in trades in November. So their stock exchange is growing, and they're going to grow even further when they get a new rate. So gold prices have stabilized. Iraq's oil exports to U.S. surged to 7.9 million barrels. So Iraq's oil exports, that was breaking news today, surged to 7.9 million barrels to the U.S., up from 4.4 million last month. What do you think about that? Power and Influence Index, they actually study that, just like they do the Fear and Greed Index. They study all of us, guys, so they know how to present things to us. They use white papers to teach you how to present. That's why this is political. This is what? Coordinated political timing. It's optics. This is all optics at this point. So the CBI has already given a rate to the Forex. As far as my intel sources say, it's 4.8101, but it's behind the scenes. It's preloaded. They did that on May 27th, so we still wait for it to be revealed on the public side of Forex. It's just preloaded because in these new digital systems, none of us have seen them except for my military sources over there saw them. They know the banking systems. So the Power and Influence Index, Iraq is 45th worldwide, so they're coming up. They're coming up. And then if you look at the Iraqi Dinar to USD, we checked it. It's still at 0.00076. So it's less than a sixth of a penny to the US dollar. The Kuwaiti dinar is 1 Kuwaiti dinar equals $3.26 US, their neighbors. The Forex to IQD, the digital dinar, I don't suggest, this is not financial advice. You should talk with your estate. You should talk with your CPA or financial advisor before you invest in anything. Use your own discernment. Also do your own research. I've just been casually investing in it, but I didn't invest money I couldn't afford to lose. The digital dinar, which I don't, again, none of this is financial advice, is 0.49. It went up. So it's 0.49. That's a digital dinar. That is a stable coin that's on Handle Forex, on Coinbase. Isn't it funny that Ripple, who's doing a deal, or no, JP Morgan Chase, did a deal with a lot of the Iraqi branches in their ATMs. They actually chose the stable coin that's on Coinbase, which is, I think it's I don't know. Ripple's is RLUSD. There's a lot of different stable coins now. A lot of different banks are coming out with them. If you're aware of that, comment down below. I'm in cryptos as well as these various of these currencies. So guys, I think it's the best time to be alive to see this stuff happen. And evidently the Fed rate cut was still 0.25%. It says gold pulls back after that. Guys, gold goes up and down. It was 4,217, I think, was the spot rate today. Silver surged to over 60. Silver surging because there's more of a need for silver when it comes to the raw materials of silver. So now we're going to go to the summary of everybody else. 5 minutes in, I'm doing good. Mountain Goat. He says, I wish I could tell everybody that the removing of the zeros, it's always going to come from the exchange rate, by the way, not the currency. It's going to come from the exchange rate. So the 4.8101 would go to 3 decimal points, 4.80, right? According to our sources, Mr. T. Mountain Goat says, I wish I could tell everyone that the removing of the zeros has begun, but it hasn't. Here we sit, almost mid-December, already and still waiting for the execution of what they told us months ago would occur about it now. We will have to wait until mid-2026 or longer for reinstatement. That was a question posed. He said, tell me, why in the hell would the CBI, along with a huge effort from the government of Iraq, go through all these reforms and audits and economic projects, i.e. the Development Road Project, expansion of oil, customs and tariffs, etc., if they were not serious to re-enter the global markets? And he said there's a lot of discouraging articles, mostly falsified information by the Iranian influence who want to keep the same old status quo of enriching Iran over Iraq. Folks, they are telling us now this is right around the bend and that the dinar is going back to Forex. It is not an option, but a mandatory step for the future financial goals of Iraq. All the messages we're getting from the CBI now tell us that January 2026 is a target for the reinstatement. We'll just have to wait. Bruce says, last Sunday, we knew that the dinar came out on Forex as an international rate. They wanted the dinar to be traded up higher and higher and higher until they got to where they needed it to be. Now, is it where it needs to be yet? I don't know. Will it be there by Thursday? Supposing we start exchanges then? Probably so. We'll have to wait and see. He's always been one that you can think about what we will. I just know he has treasury resources. So I talk about everybody here. Probably so. So we'll see how that goes. We do know this, though. As far as the dinar is concerned, remember, at the redemption centers only, there's a contract rate, meaning it's been contracted. President Trump did this. Whatever you think about that, guys, they're pulling out all the stops to get you to those centers. You decide. God gave me a different strategy. That's the simple three-step system. It's somewhere around my channel. You can see it under most videos. Just look under the more information, how you can get those. Frank 26, Omar, the Central Bank of Iraq has made an announcement that the current exchange rate of 1310 dinars per dollar will expire at the end of December. He hasn't provided a specific new rate, but what he is doing in the Gazette, this indicates a new rate or rate structure will be introduced starting in January. We're looking for a planned transition at the start of the new year. Al-Alaq is painting the perfect picture for a new exchange rate that is coming in the Gazette. Claire, trade plans increase Iraq's representation abroad, quote, with assurances from the World Trade Organization and that the country's accession to it is imminent in light of the clear improvement in the national economic indicators. Militiaman, we've been studying Iraq's financial and monetary reforms. What we're seeing in this last 3+ years under Prime Minister Soudani's financial advisor, Sami, central bank governor, Alaq, is simply the fastest and most coherent execution phase I think we've ever seen. We can also include the MCOE, Ministry and Council on Economics. They've been working with the Bank of International Settlements, the IMF, the World Bank, the WTO, the WCO. Everybody's been working in the background. Samson, article, the central bank is restructuring its branches in Basra and Mosul, and an expert describes the move as strange. Yeah, it is strange. Guys, they have brand new branches. They have brand new ATMs. They can calculate the exchange rate of any currency you take in with the right rate. It's intelligent systems. It's intelligent design of a banking system. It's an AI-run banking system. It is the banking system, right? It's hard to understand if you've never seen it. Nobody's seen it except for our military that were our sources. Let's see. That's it. I think that's the update today. About 9 minutes. How do you like this? How do you like these summaries? They're the quickest summaries on the net. And guys, I go live every morning at 9. Tonight, I might do a surprise live at 5. My husband has an appointment. If you'd like to join me at 5, we'll get some updates then. God bless. Bye.